So I started watching the first two episodes. I finished the first two episodes of Harem in the hold on, Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World, and I didn't have high hopes. It's probably good I didn't. Like already the anime intro didn't do anything for me. Like literally the first thing you see is someone getting their head cut off, like a sword sound effect, and the guy goes, "Who even bleeds that much?" And she's like, "Okay." Basically, it's another. I was isekai thinking I was playing a VR game, so not the most amazing thing. I'm sorry. I, her dog's ass. He just got her fixing whatever it's called, the female version. So I'm watching Cheerio, who's another one of our dogs, and I'm talking, obviously. So he's looking at me like, "What are you doing?" I don't know. It cracked me up. But yeah, this is on Crunchyroll. It looks like there is. Hold on, let me see how many episodes. 4 episodes out right now. I just watched 2, and pretty close. I don't think I'm gonna keep going because it's just it's isekai and it's ecchi, and I don't hate either of those genres. We both know I love the isekai genre. Ecchi anime was always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I was trying to think of a better phrase, but I couldn't. I was just like, fuck it, it's fine. Also, I'm really fucking confused. Like, nothing really gripped me. And something annoyed me, but at the same time, it was kind of a refreshing annoyance. Because a lot of times there are slavery in these type of shows. It makes sense that, in this other world, this could be a thing. Because it was a thing in our world. So, slavery is a thing here. And, so apparently, what was it? If you steal something in the village that he currently found he kind of woke up in a fucking stable or whatever, and it's being attacked by bandits, the village, and he fucking kills the bandits, and of course, assuming this is all a game, and then after he kills the bandits, realizes it's not a game, he can't log out, and then he remembers there was like a warning thing before you click yes or no that you won't be able to come back or whatever. I'm trying to remember, but it's a bunch of things I didn't care about, and no one really interests me. Like, I'm not attracted to Bishoujo number 1. I'm not interested in our main character. I was trying to talk about why he was refreshing. It was refreshing in the way of how fast he kind of was like, okay, this is another world, this is a thing here. Instead of the typical Mary Sue of, "Oh my god, how could you do that? It's so wrong with you." Oh my god. It's more realistic to have someone be like, "Okay, I don't know anything about this world. This looks like it's a thing here. I gotta have to get used to that reality." So that's kind of refreshing, but at the same time, part of me was not okay with how okay with it this was. He was just like, "Oh, there's slavery. Okay, you're not even gonna freak out a little bit?" He was like, "Oh, okay." And one of the first things he does is steal a pair of sandals. So I'm just like, is that gonna bite you in the ass? Because apparently, if you steal some shit in that village, you can be sold as a slave, and half of the money goes to the victim, and then the other half goes to their family or whatever, because they lost a worker, a breadwinner essentially. So I don't hate the way things are set up. It's set up in a way that I'm just like, okay, that kind of makes sense. It's not this weird, outrageous thing. It's kind of okay, I can understand how the victim would get money and how you could be sold into slavery, but at the same time, I'm really I don't know. I'm confused. I didn't, nothing gripped me. Nothing interested me. Nothing was oh wow, this person's super attractive or super interesting or this storyline's fucking amazing. It's just kind of I've seen this plot before, but better. My first thought was Shield Hero, where they did introduce the slavery thing, but it made sense why Naofumi had to get a slave. He literally had no other option. That was kind of his best option, the least evil option at the time. It made sense why, despite the fact he came from a world where this would not be okay, in this world, why he would have to, unfortunately, go to that necessity, because he needed someone to party up with, because he wouldn't be able to party up with anyone. Where here, literally, the guy's first thing is he wants to buy a slave, because she's hot. And that isn't edgy. And again, I didn't have high hopes going into this, but apparently I still set my bar too high. So the most irritating thing is it wasn't he's like, okay, I need to like take care of myself. I need to get more information about this world. So I'm coming into shows where I really like Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody, where he kind of just was like, hey, I haven't had vacation in a while. I'm going to enjoy whatever this world is about. And then there's like Naofumi from Shield Hero, who he's kind of like fucked over and kind of has to deal with things and push himself past his morals to an extent. And then there's Ainz from Overlord, who kind of has to fake it till he makes it while gathering information. And then there's this. And none of it is appealing. Who knows, maybe it picks up later, I don't know. But, like, I've seen a bunch of isekai anime, and quite a few of them do introduce this slave type thing. But it was very, like, even the slave trader, like, God, he was selling her hard. Like, my first thought the entire time was, like, okay, I feel like this is gonna, like, I'm waiting for, like he says, you're an adventurer, right? He's like, yeah, something like that. And I'm just like, what else the job class? What do you have to have identification? What do you have to have, like, identification for that? What if you get in trouble for that? You also stole his fucking shoes. Is that gonna come by? You know, that's, I'm like, I'm overthinking shit. And just going, so am I gonna be rewarded for overthinking any of this shit? Or am I just, like, not, do I even give a flying fuck that he gained the thief skill? Is that gonna come in later because he stole the shoes? Is he gonna get his ass caught because he stole the shoes? And will he be slave traded? Is he gonna have to lead a rebellion? Is he gonna regret killing all those people that are bandits? So I'm overthinking this, trying to make anything interesting, apparently, and by the end of the second episode, I don't give a shit. I think I'm just gonna drop this one. I don't know what I was expecting, I didn't know what I wanted, but it wasn't this. If you like this show, and shitty, harem, isekai, ecchi show sounds good, it's on Crunchyroll, there's 4 episodes out right now, it's still ongoing. But yeah, I think those are my first impressions, and I honestly don't, because I don't hate it. I love the isekai genre, and I want to love it because it has so much to give. It really is one of those genres that you can do pretty much anything with, because you're in another world, so your reality is already being challenged. But the problem is, I don't know. I think I'm one of those people, like, I don't mind ecchi. And in some cases, I do like it. But if you're gonna give me an ecchi, at least make me like the character you're trying to make me want to fuck. Like, do you understand? Like, I don't want just big boobs. That's literally Roxanne's only thing, is that she's some kind of Eastkin, and she's got big titties. And it's literally what the main character quotes. I'm like, oh, she's got big titties. I'm just like, oh, for God. I think what irritated me the most is already I'm not interested in this character. And he's one of those bland fucking characters, and somehow he's even more boring than the other bland characters from other anime I've seen. I don't know how he does it. Like, at least there's like, oh, I'm gonna pretend to be a good person and secretly have perverted thoughts, and then just asshole is like, so I'm gonna need to get enough money for fight. Like, why is the slave trader being so aggressive trying to sell her? Like, my first thought is, okay, what's wrong with her that you need to get rid of her so fast? If she's worth this huge amount, why are you waiting for 5 days? Why are there not other people clearly that you would sell this to? It seems like this is a pretty normal thing. It seems like she's an attractive person, so why wouldn't she sell? Like you say, she's worth, like, what was it, 60,000 something? Or I'm sorry, not 60, yeah, 600,000 something. I'm like, why are you trying to sell it to this guy? Like, he's not overly dressed, he doesn't look like he's like some super rich person, like, and why are you trying to sell him your best slave? Like, what? Like, I feel like, are you trying to get rid of her? Is there something wrong with her? And he even hands it, oh, she's one of the slaves that has consented to doing perverted things. And I'm just like, you are selling her way too hard. It's me overthinking, like, how is this going to bite him in the ass? Like, I'm waiting for, like, some kind of interesting thing because of all this mundane information, so I'm kind of, like, hunting for something interesting, like, again, like, stuff with the shoes, like, are those sandals going to bite him in the ass? Is he going to have to end up becoming, like, part of the bandits? Which they kind of hint at that sometimes slaves that run away are essentially bandits. So that if they steal money beforehand from their masters, they're not going to live a guaranteed life. If their master dies, then they're going to die with them. So, like, I'm trying to find little breadcrumbs in the lore, but I don't give a shit about anything happening, or anyone in the show so far. I don't find the girl attractive, the main character's not interesting for me, I don't care about the fucking plot, I'm just overthinking, hoping for any kind of fucking plot line. I'm making my own plot lines at this point. Like, that's the most interesting thing about this show so far to me, is me trying to find my own fucking plot points. They probably don't even exist. It's probably gonna... I don't know, maybe it gets better later on. But anyway, like, I was going to check my other videos, and I suppose this is, like, my first impressions video. But yeah, I'm probably going to drop it. I don't see any reason, so unless you post in the comments, no, hey, it gets a lot better, trust me, it's worth suffering for the first so episodes, then I'm probably going to be like, I watched 2 episodes, fuck, I made it through the first one, I'm surprised. It's just boring, underwhelming, nothing really attracts me, and I don't know. But hopefully that'll help you if you decide to want to watch this or not. But it really is kind of just at face value. What it seems to be is there's a labyrinth, and it's going to be a harem, and he's in another world. And because his harem expects some ass and titties, but because they want you to buy, the DVD that's like the fan service is there, but also blocked off. So if you want to be blue balled, have fun. I don't know. I'm trying to find anything to say to help someone if they want to watch this or not. Or just, I feel like I'm just wasting my time making this fucking video, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what I'm laughing at anymore. Like, subscribe to videos, and bye.